we are ready to get started with episode 3. I've done a little teeny bit of reading since I'm not as familiar with Railcraft as a lot of people are. My goal, of course, is to eventually get to the point where I'm fully into Railcraft in this particular Vanilla Plus mod pack, rather. But I think the last thing I mentioned was that I was going to try to get into either Agricraft or maybe some Pam's Harvest Craft. And I think that the way for me to do that, my goal, a little lag there, I'm going to give it a chance to render everything first real quick. In order to do that, I'm going to have to go look for, I think, a village. It's almost nighttime, so I'm probably not going to go looking for a village just yet. I think I will take that, however, because, never know. Because I'm not getting seeds from these guys, so I'm wondering if perhaps the only way to get seeds is if I find a village, which could be, a long time. It could be a while before I get myself into a village, unfortunately. I would love to find one, but right now I think it's more important for me to, eat apples. Cherries, excuse me. Still haven't gotten my leafy garden. Oh, okay. So that's a way to get stuff from Pam's Harvest Craft. Yeah. So, wake up, John. Let's see. Some mushrooms over here. I already have brown mushrooms. I really need red mushrooms to finish the mushroom soup. I don't hear my footsteps very well, and I see a friend. Hello, friend. You gonna come visit me? Yeah. I'm sure. Blow up my sand. Blow up my sand. Go right ahead. I heard a spider. All right, anyway, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to start, actually, believe it or not, working on expanding this room a little bit. Or not really expanding this room, but expanding into other rooms, I guess is probably the better way to say it. I don't want to go too far in any direction, because if I punch out into a world, or into the world adjacent to where I am, open it up to the ceiling too, then that kind of exposes me, and I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of exposure. Oh, look, more marble. Good, because that is something I'm going to use to do my facade. If you remember me talking about that, I believe, last episode. Alright, so I don't want to get too crazy here, so let's try to keep my rooms consistent, which means that actually what I need to do is punch this out, widen this room up a little bit to make it perfectly square, which is what I should have done from the very, very beginning, but that's okay. Alright, so now I think it's a, 6x6? No, 7x7. Yeah. So that's what I want to do here then. So 3 on either side of the entryway. Right? Yeah. Oh, wait, nope. 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 I'm going to go 2 on this side, and then 1 on the other side. Now, normally I would do 3 on either side, but because I kind of derped the original creation of this, I feel like I'm going to break through to the other side. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, 1 more. 1 more. Oh, good. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. 7x7. And I hear my friends outside again. And it wasn't so big that I created issues. I know I have a shovel in my inventory. I should probably be using it to do the dirt. Because, we know how that is. Oops. That better? Alright. moving back. I should probably make sure to put some torches in here before we get mobs spawning all over the place. And we'll finish clearing this out. So my goal is to turn one of these rooms kind of into my, I guess for lack of a better term, like my kitchen essentially is what my goal is. That first room being sort of my entryway slash just access to the mine. I don't think I'm going to be adding anything else to that first room. Not because I'm against it or anything like that. It's just, sorry if there's, that felt like there might have been a little bit of frame rate lag. Changed a few settings just because I wanted to see. Okay, why is it not meeting up? Did I go too? Oh, I went too far. You nitwit. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is as far as I should have gone. Ah! Good thing I have food now, though. I am eating leeks. And cauliflower. One of my girl's favorite foods to eat is cauliflower and broccoli and that sort of thing. Hold on 1 second. I apologize. I'll probably end up cutting that part out. Just my daughter was asking for something. In fact, I think they're going to come back through in just a minute, so I'm going to be pausing again very soon. I need more wood. Oh, I have wood. Okay, good. So we'll go ahead and I don't want to like waste all my sticks on that. So I'll do that. I need 2, 3. Well, so much for that. Guess that's the end of my currently smelted iron, but that's fine. I'll make it work. All right, so I'm gonna finish carving out this room, close it up, get it, situated. So this is gonna turn into kind of like the kitchen. I don't want to sound like a homebody or anything, but like for lack of a better term to explain what's gonna go in here, this is gonna be where how I keep a variety of food in me, because since that's going to be an issue. And I did a little research, and I know it's not Pam's Harvest Craft that does the diminishing returns thing for the food. I'm not entirely sure which one it is, however. Alright guys, and I'm back, and as you can see I'm just finishing up harvesting a ton of marble. I decided I would go ahead and, grab the marble while it's here, since I know that I want to use it for building stuff. And as you can see, it turned out it was a little bigger than I expected it to be. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be that big, and I don't think I'm going to cook all this iron. Maybe I'll just do half of what I got. Alright. So I need 3 ingots so I can recraft that. So as you can see, I've got myself a little bit of marble that I can work with. Makes me happy. Oh, abyssal stone is from Railcraft. Wondering. Yeah, for me to get real deep into Railcraft, I'm actually going to have to go to the Nether first, which thankfully this particular mod pack I don't think beefs up the Nether at all. Thankfully. And there. Great. So let me finish up collecting the last little bit of marble. At least I'm hoping this is the last little bit. I'll throw it in my chest over there, and then I'll take a break real quick just to go back through and backfill all this, and that'll be the kind of thing you don't really want to watch me do. In fact, I might leave some of this. I might actually take advantage of the openness here, and use that to my advantage. We'll see. All right, so, but for now, I'm going to back out and let you guys skip it, even though I don't have to. All right, so I'll be back in just a minute. All right, guys, I'm back and just putting some finishing touches on this transition to a, I don't know what you'd call it, split level idea that I had. So I'm just kind of doing some of this visual feature, just break up the space a little bit. What I might end up doing is doing a 3-wide door here. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that now. I'm going to have to move my anvil probably. And shift, excuse me, shift over where that particular chest is going to go. In fact, I may as well just kind of cheat the space a little bit. And let's see what I can do here. It's going to break on me and shoot stuff everywhere, isn't it? Boom, there it is, all over the place. All right, so let's put the chest on this side. And then put all my building materials back in, even the door and the wood and the dirt, the marble. I'm going to even put this stuff in there. And that. All right, so that's that. I'm going to put the rest of my nice artichoke. I actually kind of like artichokes IRL. Some people don't. My wife being one of them. So leafy garden, I'm assuming it's a way, oh, you probably plant it on dirt somewhere and, like here. No, okay. Anyway, you plant it on dirt somewhere and, get food from it. Diamond. I'm going to eat some carrot. Trying to get my hunger back up so that I can regen some health. There we go. I am well fed. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot to mention, I actually upgraded my skin. I'm kind of going for a, I don't know what you'd call it, but sort of a, I guess almost like a leisure suit. Kind of went for this idea of almost a plaid look for the top, and on the back is it's almost like a shirt tail that goes down lower, and then there's this charcoal gray, and then my shoes are sort of the black and white stripe shoes, and then there's a purple and gold tie down the middle. Of course, purple and gold are the colors of royalty or nobility, traditionally speaking, and kind of that's my thing. Not that I'm claiming to be a regent in any way at all, but I'd like to think of myself as a person who acts in a noble way, and that's kind of what I'd like to do. There's nothing, and I tell my students this, and I tell my children this, and I tell a lot of people this, but there's very little in the world that is more important than your integrity. And what I mean by that is people can trust you to do what you say that you'll do. That's, it's kind of preachy, and I'm certainly not trying to, make you guys feel like I'm preaching to you or anything like that. I'm just saying that integrity is very, very important. The number of times that I've dealt with students who are lying about having done something or not having done something, I pulled the make sure that you're keeping your integrity intact card out on them. And believe it or not, they've fessed up pretty quickly. Because as soon as I guess in a way it kind of guilt trips them into saying, oh, you're right, I got to really make sure that I I'm not known to be a liar, you know. I think it's important to be known the way you want to be known. And if you're always lying, then unfortunately that's what people are going to know you as. So that's kind of my thing. Bottom line. All right, so let me just patch up the ceiling. Oops, of course I put all my building materials away. Duh. All right, let's try that again, shall we? So just patch up the ceiling a little. I know I'm just kind of being nitpicky about my space. Anyway, so before I get going on, you notice that I played around too long, and it's of course nighttime again. So what I'm going to do is move my furnace. Maybe I'll just leave that one and build a new one. So I'm going to go with a furnace there. Probably should build another crafting cable too. You know what? Forget about it. Let's just go ahead and do this. Trying to work on the... I'll leave that there for now. And we will do a crafting table in the middle. And I'm going to go with a furnace on that side. Believe it or not, I want to do a couple... Actually, are the slab furnaces a thing in this particular mod pack? Let me see. Find out, shall we? They are not. Well, now I have some slabs. That's fine. Alright, you probably hear my girls in the background. I apologize for that. There's not a whole lot I can do, but, you know, that is what it is. Oh my goodness, and I just used the phrase that is like my least favorite phrase on the planet. It is what it is. Well, whatever else would it be? Sorry. That's kind of a soapbox of mine. I'll try not to climb on that too much. Kind of bore people. Sort of a neat effect looking down the stairs here. Anyway, so I've got my furnaces there, so I need to grab some coal. I'll put half stack in each, just so they're ready to go. You and you. And then what I need is, let's go ahead and I'm going to move this into the kitchen. Excuse me, the food room, or the food crafting room. How about that? Is that better? Apologize, I'm sort of dealing with some allergy issues today, and it's affecting my voice a little. So if you notice that my voice is a little groggy or whatever, that's why. All right, put you back in there, you in there, and all right. So the rest of this will go in this one here, and we'll do that. I feel like this is not lit well in here. Like I need one there too. Should put one there too, just symmetry, you know. Yeah, perfect. That's better. Wow, I still feel like the frame rate is, the frame rate is lagging a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why, because if you look, well, I'm mid-30s. I should be higher than that. So I'm not entirely sure what it is. I don't have anything else running really in the background at all. So I'm not sure. So I do apologize for that, unfortunately. Sometimes that's what happens. Because, you know, when I turn, I feel like it sort of gets a little herky-jerky. I'll try to keep it steady. Give myself another chest here. Seems like my wheel is working a little better today. All right, so I've double chests on that side. Probably put some cabinets or something on that side just because, you know. But anyway, wondering if it's like the mobs are overdoing it wherever they happen to be. Any mobs up there? No. Huh. Wow. Well, anyway. It's a particularly muggy day outside. I'm indoors. I had my AC running for a while. Turned it off so that I could record video without having to, you know, have issues. I forgot that I hadn't finished the stairs going down. All right, hold on a second. One of my goals today in one of my videos, I'm hoping I can actually get sheep or some wool so that I can, build a bed so that I can skip night. I don't have enough string to do that. I've only got 3 string. I suppose I could go hunt down some more spiders, but I don't know. That's not my most enjoyable, task that I can imagine. So this is bothering me, and I know it's probably bothering some of you. Practice, how come you're not going over there and harvesting that coal that's just sitting there? After all, when I start getting to railcraft, I'm going to be needing a lot of this coal to make I shouldn't have done it, because now I see some more marble. I'm going to resist the temptation to harvest that marble, because I'm pretty sure I have enough. Alright, I'm going to go get some stuff. Man, there's no reason that this should be lagging like this. Hold on 1 second. Go away. Oh, that might help. I had one of my settings was off. So now that I got that fixed, let's see if the frame rate works better. Give it a second to kind of catch up on things. Alright, so I got that, so I need to go fill this space back in. Wow, oh, there, hold on. I mean, am I using all my memory? 26%. 24 frames. Why am I doing 24 frames? I don't understand. I stare at the wall, will it improve? Oh, look at that. Still 23 frames. Well, this is an irritation. And I'm really not entirely sure what the problem is, because normally I play and it's just awesome, and I don't ever have really any issues. Let me make an adjustment just to see if I can drop back to 12 chunks and see. I've got graphics. Let's go to fast, since, quite frankly, that's what's important here. Trying to get that frame rate up. That's a lot smoother. I mean, I know the quality is not going to be the greatest, but I'd rather have it smooth and not making you guys sick, rather than, having... oh, look, becoming daytime. Alright, daytime? Yes, it is daytime. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unload a bunch of stuff into my chests. I'm going to go on a hunt. Seriously, I feel like the frame rate just dropped again. Okay, no. Alright, I'm going to put some of this stuff back in, including my coal. I don't need my hatchet or my shovel, really. I'll bring my pickaxe and my sword. I'll swap their places. Alright, so now I'm going to go kind of adventuring. Close that. Any friends out here? Yeah, I know. My friends. Alright, so I'm going to kind of follow the coast so that I can be somewhat smart about this and, safe. Because the last thing I want to do is not be able to find my way home. So let's go. Oop, hello, creeper friend. Hello, creeper friend. And you're going to get knocked down. I heard something else up here. No? Alright, so let's, why am I getting 40 frames? So probably because I'm moving now and the chunks are loading and all kinds of stuff's happening. Wow, I got cows galore. Alright, let's get that out of there, because that's probably annoying. Alright, so I'm going to kind of, like I said, keep to the coast. Ooh, nice. Let's pick some of these nutmeg. Oh, it means I'm not going to be able to actually eat them. Those are just probably crafting item. Pam's Harvest Craft, something that I can just use to make stuff. Make stuff tasty. Alright. Hope I didn't just breathe heavily into the mic there, but, If so, I'll find out when I do the editing, and I'll hopefully block it out. All right, following along here. So I'm hoping that I'll bump into a village. I don't want to go too far. I'm going to go basically until the sun is straight overhead, and then I'll turn around and go back. So that's swamp over there. Got some sugar cane that I could pick up. Start a sugar cane farm. What's this? Avocados? No, chestnuts. What we got here? Keeping a lookout for sheep as well, because we know I need sheep for making bed. I need clay as well for railcraft, and I don't see any. Doesn't look like there's any in here. Sometimes there is. No, doesn't look like there's any in there. Alright, so let's just keep on keeping on here. So if I'm only going until the sun is directly overhead, then that means I've got about 5 minutes. That might not be the best guideline to follow. I know I just ran past the sugar cane, but I figure I'm going to be coming back through this way anyway, so no big deal. Alright, so on our adventure, what shall we talk about? How about talking... Oh, there's some sheep. Could talk a little bit about how, people build their YouTube channels. Like I think I said in the first video I did that I didn't really feel like I had any... I don't know why I'm killing the sheep. I should probably have made some shears and sheared the sheep. Looks like a kobold hut over there. I don't really have any strictly speaking. That would be. I think I just picked up a textile garden. Oh, interesting. Plant that over back at the house and see what that does. I don't have any expectations as far as where my channel will go. I mean, this, anybody who starts a YouTube channel, of course, hopes beyond all hope that they'll get something. I kind of knew that would be cotton. Hopes that it'll be successful and move on and become, I don't know, popular, or even if you go so far as to say famous. I mean that's not like the most important thing to me. I just, like I said in my first video, it's I know that there's some games coming out that I want to share with other people, or with friends, and ultimately I'm hoping that I can share them with you as well. Makes sense, right? Crafting table. Anything in there? What's that? Oh, cauldron. Yeah. Can't remember if there's ever like a chest in here or not. Doesn't appear to be. Is that destroying my sword? Probably. All right. Well. Which way is home? Oh, bother. Oh, okay, there's the sheep, so home is... Well, I know it was rising that way, so keep the sun to my left to get home. So it's over there, probably. Okay, since this is the swampy area. All right, so anyway, so, my expectations as far as... Where is it? All right. My expectations as far as where my YouTube channel goes is pretty open-ended. I would love it to be successful. I would love to have people really enjoy my videos. I would love it to be something that I can use to help build myself into some voice acting opportunities. That's certainly something I really want to try to get into. And here I am umming and uhhing all over the place. Forgive me for that. Anyway, so, because of the challenges associated with getting into voice acting, you have to sort of be discovered. And one of the things that's really important about establishing a voice acting career is having connections to I don't know, or having some content that you've already put together, whether it's actual voice acting opportunities you've been given, or whether it's videos that you've put together, or voices you've put together, little skits or whatever, just to kind of show off some of your voice talents. And it could be as simple as just, a voice recording like this, because some voice acting companies or headhunters, or whatever you want to call it, look for people who have a good sounding natural voice. Of course, that's not enough. You have to be able to use your voice and not just talk. Yeah, that's great. You can talk and you sound great, but I'm not even talking about people who necessarily can do impressions. Impressions are great, but that's not a way for you to develop a uniqueness about you. There I go, umming again. That's just, I don't know. It's just not the most efficient way in my mind, I guess. The best way is to take on actual acting opportunities with your voice. Try to get some sort of a character developed, and even if it's some short little snippet, and then get into it. Listen to me talking like I know what I'm talking about. Not that I've had any of these opportunities yet, but anyway, that's kind of my hope is eventually it'd be nice if this YouTube channel was a way for me to showcase what my natural speaking voice sounds like, and then give people an opportunity to say, hey, I wonder what he can do other than just, his natural voice. Is there any way that he can stretch his voice a little bit? Can he take direction? Does he understand if somebody says, I want you to, be deeper and more gruff, or I want you to raise your pitch, or I want you to sound solemn or sullen, or, being able to adjust your voice to different, I don't know what you want to call it, different tones to portray different attitudes. Making my bed finally. There's my bed. So, in the long run, that's kind of what I'm hoping to be able to do. Yay. Is open up a voice acting career. Something that I've been, I don't know if I'd say longing to do for the past 3 or 4 years. But it's something I've been looking into doing potentially over the past few years, and I've had a lot of encouragement from friends and acquaintances. A lot of comments on my voice, my speaking voice, and that's that's all good. I like having people compliment my voice, but that's just my natural speaking voice. It's, having a good natural speaking voice is not necessarily something you learn or acquire partway through your life. It's something you're given, essentially. It's really important to be able to have good diction, to be able to enunciate your words a little bit. And I know I kind of get a little lazy with that sometimes. But I think we all do, just because we focus so heavily on efficiency of how our voice is. So anyway, so now that I've gone on one quick adventure, I know this episode ran a little long. I know there's probably a 5 or 8 minute chunk that I have to cut out of it. But anyway, I am going to sign off, and hopefully this will not be too boring of an episode. I know I got quite a bit done, opened up some things, got my furnaces going in there for cooking. I'm going to probably punch out a room on this side as well, maybe a little smaller as a storage room, and then hopefully actually get into some more of the Pam's Harvest Craft stuff that we've already kind of seen a few things regarding. I got some stuff that I can plant and stuff that I can use, and cooking and whatnot. So that being said, I'm going to sign off, and I will hopefully see you in episode 4.